What's up, guys? My name is Justin,
My name is Danny.
and we are RINGPOST.
Yes, we are.
So to start this off, let's talk about how Sami Zayn was demanding this match.
Sami Zayn came out, demanded a match against Kevin Owens. Now, we know that this rivalry is not new.
No, it's not.
It's not new. This
Not
is
at all.
something that has been going on for years. And of course, if you guys have been following Sami with Kevin, this is going back from the Independence.
El Generico.
Who's El Generico?
Oh, oops.
Who's El Generico? Is he still here?
I think he is.
We're gonna let
What
you
if
know.
what if he comes out during the match? Help Sami Zayn out.
And he helps Sami Zayn out? I think
Yeah.
that could happen.
But anyways, like, I feel like he's a little bit out of his mind for demanding this match, because the whole fact that he is injured,
Mm-hmm.
he really is injured,
Yeah.
and he really wants this match. The reason why Aldis decided to not sanction it, so it's what is it?
No, it's Pierce.
Pierce. I
Yeah.
get them too confused. Nick
One-
Aldis.
One
Nick,
has hair,
and
one doesn't.
doesn't. But Nick Aldis is the one with the British voice.
Yes.
That's what R-Truth said, right? Yeah.
But yes, it's definitely going to be unsanctioned. As I was mentioning earlier, this is a rivalry that's always been there. And personally, I completely forgot that Sami versus Kevin Owens happened already at WrestleMania.
Yes.
I forgot that happened. There's just so much.
That's when I was getting back into it, and I remember seeing that at what WrestleMania was it?
I think it was the WrestleMania when we came back from right after the Thunderdome, where it was the WrestleMania.
Was that 38 or 39?
No, 30. That's a really good question.
We'll do some research.
We're gonna do research. But yeah, that happened there. They had a moment, of course, at WrestleMania before where it was a ladder match. I don't know if you remember that. This was a few years ago, actually. And they had a good few moments there, and I think that was like the staple of like, all right, we're gonna help you guys out, or try to push you guys out. But Sammy's nuts. Sammy's nuts.
Indeed, he is.
Yeah,
Indeed,
so
he is.
he's nuts. But if that's gonna be, because they're promoting it obviously for Elimination Chamber, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be in Canada, in Toronto.
Yeah,
So-
you need to have the two Canadians. You need
Just
to have
duke it out.
Yeah, because if not, it's what kind of PLE would it be in Toronto
with no Canadians.
with no Canadians?
So Trish is gonna be there.
Who knows?
Trish is gonna be there. But yeah. So if you have your those two top stars in Canada, and show what they got to do. But I feel like it's not gonna be over though. I think it's gonna be a match.
No,
at the
it's
Chamber.
it's gonna be another build up.
Yeah, and it's gonna be for
build-up
WrestleMania.
to get to something more nice and juicy.
Yeah, I think so.
You know?
And
It depends if they don't injure each other severely.
oh, yeah. If they don't, then
Yeah.
we should be fine with that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And if we have any news, we'll let you guys know. So moving forward to the match, our first match that we had, which was AJ Styles
Versus Tom and Nick.
versus Tom and Nick. Now, I always like to go with what was your opinion on it? What are your thoughts? Definitely we could talk about the encounter that he had with Bron Breakker.
Well, let's start off with AJ Styles. That was just a filler match for AJ Styles. That was just for AJ to show AJ Styles coming back.
He's back, yeah.
He's coming back because we all know Tom and Nick ain't winning anything for a while now, unless his help comes through successfully, because it didn't come through successfully this time.
Right.
I still thought it was a good match because AJ Styles is he can make a bad wrestler look good.
No.
I'm not saying that Dominic is bad.
No, I get
Sorry,
you.
Tom and Nick.
Tom and Nick.
Not saying that Tom and Nick is bad, but yeah, he can work on himself.
Yeah.
You know, definitely can work on himself.
Yeah.
Stop stealing moves from his so-called father, Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, snap. So AJ Styles coming back was very I was very happy to see him come back.
Oh, absolutely.
When he got injured a few months ago, I was highly disappointed, but you know, obviously he is getting older, and when I saw it happen, I was like, man, I really hope that this is like the moment where it's like I can't wrestle anymore. So
yeah,
like
he's getting on that age, man.
And I think there was a report years ago or so where he actually said that he wants to retire in WWE.
Okay.
So
this may be his last run.
I don't think it's his last run. I think he's still got a few more years in there, but he just has to be very careful. Because, again, AJ Styles, yes, he's getting older, but he wrestles like as if he's still 20.
What is he, like 47, right?
I think so. He's around
he's 47.
Yeah, he's around that age. But I found out about AJ Styles by doing research, but this was obviously doing research when I heard about NXT and Finn Balor was NXT champion. Mm-hmm. And then that's when I found out about Bullet Club, and then that's when I found out that he was in the Bullet Club. Then I fell down that rabbit hole and then found out that he got kicked out, and then that's when he came at that Royal Rumble. Mm. And that's when I was like, I know that guy. Holy cow. He's here. Oh, it's a wrap. Yeah. And then since then, I've been an AJ fan, no matter what. Like, face or heel, whatever it is. Beat up John Cena. We might not get that.
The thing is, because he saw him. He was able to see him.
He was able to see him. That's why he was able to beat up John Cena. But the match was really good. It was. I think personally, it was a nice little way of like, all right, AJ's back. He's here. He's here to dominate. And on top of that, he has his eye on the Intercontinental Champion.
The reason why Bron Breakker came out.
And he was like, I'm going to spear you.
Yeah.
Mind you, he did the spear.
Not on AJ.
Dominic took the living out of that.
I don't know who took it worse. Tom and Nick or Show Speed.
I don't know. I think Speed took the worst. Like, every time when they show a replay of it,
I just see things that I didn't see before.
Like, here's his head, and he just... It was so quick.
It was like he got hit by a car.
Yeah. And then they showed a clip of him saying it on stream, like, I'm never going back to WWE ever again. He'll show up.
Absolutely. You know, that's the WWE poker face.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not coming back.
Oh, he's coming back. But then let's talk about how after that spear, Bron was out of the ring. And then I guess AJ was just standing in the ring, right? He was just standing in the ring. And then Bron was just outside, took his shirt off, and then threw it at him. And AJ just caught it, and he was like...
But did you see how he tried to catch it with his...
other hand.
With his, I think it was his left hand.
Yeah.
But he swatted it into his right hand, and it was like magic.
It was good. It was great. It was good. It blew me. We were all in the room, and we were just like... That aura is crazy. Yeah, that was... The way that he's just standing there.
That was super Riz, as the kids say nowadays.
But listen, I think it was a great moment for AJ to be back. Obviously, he looks like he's going to go for the Intercontinental Champion. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes, if anything.
Speaking about Intercontinental Champions,
yes.
Ivy Nile versus Dakota Kai.
Yes.
That was a pretty good match as well.
Yeah, that was a really good match.
Not for nothing, that there hasn't really been boring matches. I mean, I know last Ramble I was talking my mess about Motor City Machine Guns and DIY. Mm-hmm. I just wasn't interested in them. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I got you.
But these matches haven't been like throwaway matches. You know what I'm saying? This matchup between Ivy Nile and Dakota Kai was good.
Yeah.
You know. I just want to know how you feel about the match.
I think it was a great match, to be honest with you. It definitely showcased on what Ivy's capable of and also what we've been kind of missing with Dakota. And
We've been missing a lot with Dakota.
Yeah,
That's all
like-
she's been doing in the back.
yeah, like I feel, because, she's getting injured a lot. She hasn't been in the ring as much, but I think personally, the way that I see it, even though like I've been following her since NXT, and obviously she got moved up to the main roster and everything, she does put in the work. She can work on a few more things, but I feel like she doesn't get enough flowers. Because she's putting in the work.
I agree.
Yeah, like
I agree.
the first time when it happened where it was her and Lyra going for the Women's Intercontinental Champion, I thought she was going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, this is her moment. No, not at all. But we're getting a rematch because she won this match because it was for the number one contender.
Yeah. So maybe kind of like Jey Uso, it's a build up. Maybe they originally wanted her as champion, but they need to showcase her a little more. Like they need to bring out her good talents and bring out her actual fans and even make fans.
True.
True.
I also do believe that they did it because maybe they're noticing that Lyra as a champion is not a good fit, and that everybody
she's too new into the brand.
She's too green.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's too green. And I think it was, I don't know. I personally think it should have been Dakota for the first time. I think it would have been a much well-received victory for Dakota. And
Absolutely.
something as someone who is, a fan of Dakota, it would have been perfectly fine with it,
Yep.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So speaking of build-ups, because we talked about how Jay lost at Saturday Night Main Event, and then all of a sudden he won the Royal Rumble, and then now he's going to be main eventing WrestleMania. Yeet. Yeet. No, and then he does his new thing. That, every time he does it, it's like, oh man, I can't wait to hear Cole or Pat just to be on the mic and just on commentary. But let's talk about how Gunther came out like Jey Uso. Like the intro, like the camera, he's just in the crowd. He comes out like, and I'm like, wow, that's diabolical.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Yeah,
it's so well because you never expect Gunther to do something like that.
No, and you know what? I felt like it was it was like a how do you say it? It was just to get the crowd going, to make them think that, hey, of course Jay's gonna come out through here. Everybody bought tickets in that area, thinking that they were gonna get a little bit of Jay, but they got a little bit of Gunther.
And he's doing a good job. He's definitely doing a good job as a heel doing that, because when he was on the stairs and there was this little kid there, I forgot what he mentioned and what he said. But you could tell like there was a family behind him, and they all wore like Yeet shirts, so they're huge Jey Uso fans. So I think he saw that and was like, "Let me stand next to these people real quick, and just be the extra Jey Uso hater that I am, So, and then there was one moment where he actually walked down and he was like, "Gosh, this city stinks" or something. Like
Yeah. Said something along those lines, and this guy, he's a menace.
He's diabolical. So,
yeah.
And what's really cool is that, obviously Pat got on the mic and, because Gunther went up to Cole and Pat. He was like, "Do you really believe that Jay can beat me at WrestleMania?" And so, obviously, Cole was looking at Pat like, "What do you think?" Like, I'm not going to answer that. So Pat, obviously, what he did, he grabbed the microphone. He put the microphone on the headset up. He goes, yeah, I think Jay could beat you. And then Gunther takes off his jacket and is ready about to kick some ass. But the next thing you know, we hear, "Ooh, so
it's just me, Oos."
And then obviously the crowd goes crazy. But that's how you know that Jay he has something special with the crowd. And that's a wonderful thing to have because you have that
Absolutely.
connection. You have that connection with the audience. You have that connection around the world. So it's like wherever you go, that aura, like we're going to talk about aura because AJ had it. Jay has always had it.
Yeah.
When he started doing the main event, Jey Uso. So you could see it when he comes out and he's on the top rope and he's just, doing this. You see everybody, even if you're a hater of Jey Uso, you're doing it.
I don't see how you're a hater of Jey Uso. Well, I mean, there's haters.
There's haters. We saw it.
But
Royal Rumble weekend, we saw it.
But let me tell you, those haters don't be going to the shows.
True.
They don't go to them shows.
They're just behind the
because
keyboard.
the whole crowd stands up and yeets with them.
Mm-hmm. Their mama, their daddy, the granddaddy, the grandmommy, everybody. Mm-hmm. Everybody's doing it.
The urn.
The urn.
Oh, man. The urn, no Paul Bearer.
Oh, gosh. That was good. Bars. But yes, Jay is...
He's this generation's John Cena.
Oh, that's a hot take.
He's this generation's Hulk Hogan. Because Hulk Hogan had that aura back in the day. I'm talking about...
Back in the day.
Back in the day where... My mother, she used to go to these shows and she said that that everybody, Hulk Hogan had this aura that when you sat in the stands, you felt the stands rumbling.
Because how big he was and how important he is within the wrestling industry.
I mean, but now he's... Anyways.
Right.
Let's not talk about him anymore. But John Cena...
Okay.
He's like I said at the Royal Rumble, when John Cena hugged Jey Uso, that was the passing of the torch.
Okay.
That was the passing of the torch. And I feel that Yeet is the new you can't see me.
Okay. That's a good way to put it.
Day one is word life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Main event is hustle, loyalty, respect.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like there's a method to their madness.
Okay. So when you mentioned the whole Jay is the John Cena of this era, I've been seeing a lot of posts saying that Jay is actually our Jeff Hardy of this era.
Well, Jeff Hardy was that as well.
He was a lovable character.
Yes, he was.
He connected with the crowd as very well too.
Mm-hmm.
And
absolutely,
you also have to
I agree.
You also have to remember too that Jeff wasn't getting that same. When you think about it, it's like when you think of Jeff, it's like no, he can only do good with the Hardys. Like he's only with the tag team Hardy Boys. Same thing what happened with Jay.
I don't agree with that.
No,
I think that he was good. He had his good little run by himself
but that's what I'm saying.
But seen that, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying too. It's like people said the same thing about how Matt and Jeff won't do good as single competitors. Meanwhile, Matt had a great run as a heel in WWE.
He had a great run as a heel, yes.
And then
I wouldn't like to see Matt as a babyface.
I mean, honestly. You had him as a babyface.
Yeah, I know. I didn't like that.
Okay.
I didn't like that at
But
all.
you had to have that polar opposite. It's kind of like what they did with Jay and Jimmy at one point. But it also it's like a so people were saying the same thing too. Like Jay is not going to be good as a solo competitor. Jimmy's not going to be good as a solo competitor. And look at them. They're doing their own thing right now. So
I'm sorry. I this was what was this on it was on SmackDown and Jimmy. I have to go back to this.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I have to go back to this. That promo that Jimmy had cut.
Yep.
When he's right before the triple threat match.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, you're just complaining. You're like an ex-girlfriend. No one took nothing from you. You lost.
You lost. We've been saying it for a while. Like Jimmy is very good at delivery.
Yes, he's comical.
Yes, like
he's the funny twin.
He is the funny twin.
He is the funny twin.
But that's how you know. Again, he can do that and connect with the crowd.
Absolutely.
But now that we're under a different regime, I think Vince didn't see that. I'm sorry, I mentioned the boogeyman's name. I didn't mean to do that. Don't demonetize me or anything. Please don't. So, like, I feel like if he was still here, it would have been like, nah, you guys can't make it. But look at them now.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Look at them now. So
I agree with that.
Overall, Jay is definitely going to win Royal Rumble. Can you imagine? I mean, that Royal Rumble, the WrestleMania, because he already won the Royal Rumble. My fault.
No, what are you talking about? He's king of the ring.
Congratulations for winning King of the Ring. R-Truth again. What a legend.
We're gonna have R-Truth, little segments here and there all the time. Just little.
What a national treasure.
Little quotes from Ron Killings.
what a national treasure he is. So now let's move forward to, because we definitely got a little carried away with Jay.
We always do, but
you know, we're Jay fans. Come on. Yeet. Penta versus Pete Dunne 2. Penta versus Pete Dunne 2. Okay. Now, we know Penta showing up on Raw, did his thing. First it was Gable.
Yep.
Then it was Pete Dunne. We saw the match and we were like, all right, cool. Where's this going to go? They were like, oh, we got something here.
Yep.
Because Gable is gone.
Yep.
He's out because he's looking for this master of the dark arts or which, by the way, I think I know who it is.
I think you know too. I think you wrote it.
I think it's Santino. It could be Santino.
Oh my god.
But I think I have an idea, but I'm gonna wait until I get a little more evidence. But
listen, if you want to spit it out, just spit it out, because you wait. So far, our predictions have been about 85% true.
True.
You hear it first here.
RINGPOST.
On RINGPOST.
Lock in.
So, if you really feel that way, say it with your chest.
I think it's Voldemort. Dark Arts.
That would be sick.
So we were predicting, because of the fact that it was mentioning Dark Arts, we were mentioning like, oh, maybe it's actually Aleister Black, because he does have a school with that name in it. Mm-hmm. But it's like, that wouldn't quite make sense, because he keeps talking about a luchador, and there's speculation that he's going to AAA to go there.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting, because I thought they had the partnership with AEW, and I don't know how they're going to do that. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if what you know about that. But we'll see. But when we're going to talk about how the storyline between Pete Dunne and Penta, because I think they saw something very good, and they were like, hey, we work very well together.
Oh, that was a great match.
It was a great match.
Both matches.
So now that we got two, now that we see two, Ludwig is involved in this now. You don't like Ludwig?
Ludwig needs to sit down and watch this man wrestle.
Oh, okay.
Because he's just trying to bite off of Penta's fame.
Oh,
that's how I feel.
Okay.
He's trying. Oh, he eliminated me right when I entered the ring. Yeah, you idiot. That's the point. Mm-hmm. You were over here trying to play Mr. Oh, let me go in with, let me play this smart. Everybody else is they're all waiting on me, and they're all beating each other up, and let me wait for an elimination. Yeah, no, Penta was watching you. Mm-hmm. Penta was watching you, bro.
Penta had you here.
Cero miedo.
He said cero miedo. But it. I don't know if this is gonna be like at the Elimination Chamber where they're gonna do a triple threat. Probably not.
Nah.
I think they're gonna keep it at Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Because Penta's a really good wrestler. We all know this. Pete Dunne, very great wrestler. Ludwig, in my eyes, yes, he's a great wrestler too.
No, he is.
He's a good wrestler.
I don't want to say I don't have nothing against him. I do have things against him, but he is a good wrestler.
But now there's also like this. I do a lot of fantasy booking in my head. But now that because Penta is here, it's like, all right, what other dream matches can we think of that we might get on Monday Night Raw? And one of them was that I mentioned out loud. I was like, yo, what if we get AJ Styles versus Penta?
That would be a good one.
It would be a fantastic match.
Yeah, it would.
It would be a great match. Book it. But here's why.
Royalties.
Check sent to this address. But the reason why I say it is because I think Penta had an interaction with Bron at one point, right?
I think it was during the. Was it one of those
I think it was
promos in the back?
I think it was backstage.
Yeah.
Where we thought like, oh, he's gonna definitely go for the Intercontinental Champion, which would be good. But now that AJ's in the mix, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that's.
So now let's say if, for instance, AJ wins that title, and then next thing you know, he goes, all right, well, I want to face the best of the best, and then Penta's like, I'm gonna challenge you for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna challenge you for it. Let's do it.
His music's gonna break out. You're gonna see him come down. You're gonna see him do the strut that he didn't.
He didn't do this Monday. My God, Penta, you didn't do the strut, bro. Yeah, I'm looking at you. If you're watching this, if you watch this, appreciate you. Make sure you let us know that you do. But you didn't do the walk. Yeah, I'm pissed, bro.
I know.
Yeah,
I know. I was a little pissed too.
So now, obviously, still on the topic of Penta, it's like because now there's also speculation that Rey Fenix is leaving AEW. But don't you? Let me ask you this: like, if Rey Fenix does show up here at a WWE, do you think that'll ruin Penta's momentum as a solo competitor, or do you think they're just like, all right, we're gonna put you in a team and then we'll go from there? But the reason why I say it is because they're also a great tag team, but Penta's already building so much momentum on his own.
I don't see them going as a tag team. I think if they put Rey Fenix in WWE
To go to SmackDown or NXT?
Maybe that'll be Penta's rival.
You think a rivalry would happen in WWE between the two brothers?
They need to put a good luchador besides Rey Mysterio against another luchador. That's how I feel.
El Generico.
He needs to make a comeback. The fuck.
Penta.
Excuse me.
Penta versus El Generico at WrestleMania. Book it.
Royalties.
Book it. No, but that would be interesting.
I personally, I feel like that would be, like you said, interesting because all these luchadors can't all be friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta at least put somebody in there. You know.
True.
You gotta put somebody, even if it's his brother.
They might do that. They might, but then when the way that I think of like how Triple H might see it, he goes, "Yeah, no, I want you guys to be a tag team." You know, I'm trying to do his voice by the way.
Yeah, I figured that.
I was trying to do his voice like I couldn't really.
Well, first starters, there's no water bottle. I mean, you need the water bottle first.
Wait, hold on.
Don't. All right, no. There's electrical devices around us. Don't do it.
I won't do it. All right, but we'll see what the future holds for Penta, and let's see if Rey does show up one day, and we'll go from there. But I think the whole story with Pete Dunne and Penta is going to be great. But now we definitely got to move forward to
Roseanne Perez. Versus Raquel. I'm sorry. Roxanne Perez versus Raquel.
Roxanne Perez versus Raquel. I need your opinion. I need to know what you think about what the future holds for Roxanne. And do you think she'll win the Chamber?
I want Roxanne Perez to win the Chamber.
Wow.
I want her to win the Chamber.
Wow.
She deserves a title shot at least. at minimum, a title shot. So we got this close at the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can get that close.
Okay.
After the Chamber.
Okay.
You know, she did the NXT already, so that's over and done with. So then it would either be Io Sky or Rhea Ripley, because they have a match at, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
The Monday after Chamber.
The Monday after Chamber. Yeah. So yeah, it might be one of those two. Although I don't see Roxanne Perez beating Rhea Ripley. And then I see it as a good match between Io Sky and Roxanne Perez. You know?
Okay. What I would say, though, is I don't think Roxanne's going to win it. But she will...
She needs to come damn close again.
I feel like she's going to... They're going to let her showcase what she's capable of. Because she's obviously done her time in NXT. She was champion there.
I'm sorry. I got to go for my Boricuas.
She's not Puerto Rican.
She's Puerto Rican and Mexican.
I thought she was just Mexican.
No, I read up that she was Puerto Rican and Mexican.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. But if she does win the Chamber, cool. Then she'll go against Rhea, which would be cool, because the way I see it, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. 2 generation of NXT, cool.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. But what I will say is that the match that Raquel and Roxanne had, it was interesting. It wasn't. I wasn't
floored by it.
I wasn't floored by it. I think more of just like Roxanne is definitely improving a lot, because in the past there were moments where I did notice a few things when she would wrestle, and I would just be like, Roxanne, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's going on? Are you okay? But then recently I've been watching a few matches of hers, like the clips that we see and everything, and I'm like, oh, okay, she's doing better. She's doing a whole lot better, which is good. So her winning the Chamber, I think it's just, I don't think it's gonna happen yet. But what I will say that she's definitely going to do a few things in that Chamber that's going to help her move forward as a star on Monday Night Raw. So because of the fact that during that match we had a slight interruption,
it got cold. It got cold in there.
What? Why though?
Because they must be some clovers in the atmosphere. Oh.
Bianca and Naomi came out.
Yes, they did.
Now we can go back to SmackDown.
I'm still mad at them.
I mean, listen. All right. I don't know, man. Something's pointed to me that they did it. And if it wasn't them,
I've been saying this, man.
It was Bianca. I think it was Bianca.
I think it was Naomi. I think it was Naomi, personally, because there was 2 reasons why I feel like it was Naomi. Because of, 1, she was trying to get Bayley in. Into Bad Blood.
Got it.
2, she wanted that tag team title. And she knew that she was going to be, without having to wrestle her, she would be the next runner-up, since her and Bianca are tight.
It was kind of like an easy giveaway.
Easy.
Like, okay, she's out. Give me the belt. I got you.
And maybe Naomi did it, and Bianca doesn't know. Or Bianca did it, and Naomi doesn't know.
We've seen this story before.
Yes, we have.
We've seen this story before. I think Bianca did it. I think it was a jealousy thing, to be honest with you, because all the attention was on Jade.
Well, not only that, there's stories in the grapevine saying that Bianca hated being Jade's tag partner.
Ooh.
Because Bianca had the spotlight. She always had the spotlight, and now she's got to share it and then act like that Jade was doing something. You know?
Yeah, no, I think you're right. But that's why my suspicion is now Bianca. Because I was also watching the video and I was like, let me see how she's reacting. Because you can always tell by body language and you can always like predict or so. But obviously.
Which video?
The video of Aldis showing them like, hey, we have this video of Liv and Raquel walking away during the scene of putting her
That's
in the
why that video is what tells me that it was Naomi.
You
see? I knew it. I told you. That's what every liar says. That's what every liar says.
You's a liar.
Exactly.
You's a liar.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we gonna find out. We gonna find out soon enough because I feel like Jade's gonna pop up out of nowhere. She's gonna pop out and show them girls who was like, I know it was you. It was you, and I'm gonna beat your ass. Oh shit.
Yeah, beat your ass.
I'll beat your ass. So now let's move forward to now one of the top, I want to say top tag team heel.
New Day.
New Day right now is getting so much heat. To the point where they were like, yeah, we beat Rey Mysterio off air after Raw was, cut. And at that point, they were just like, yeah, I don't remember what exactly he said. Like, we should have taken him into the back and given him the something effect or the something treatment. But what was worse about it is that I asked about what that treatment was. And then when I found out about it, I was like, oh, that's messed up. You allowed that on Netflix? Yeah. I mean, we are on the Netflix. You can say whatever you want at this point.
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want. But I was surprised. I was surprised on how heated they were getting.
Oh yeah.
This is a whole New Day.
It's a new day.
It's a new day. What do you think of the new day? Of the new day?
The neuter day? Because I mean that's the only thing I can really think of bringing Rey Mysterio to the back.
I don't know, man.
Which would make sense because they're trying to say you shouldn't have no more kids. You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with that, right?
Oh, yeah,
Tom and Nick.
Tom and Nick. So during, of course, the segment, we had LWO come out. Which, listen, when it first started, LWO, like I was hyped.
I was hyped for the LWO.
I was hyped.
As well.
It was cool. They were getting the members in. Then we got Bad Bunny in there for a bit, and then it.
They're not living up to the WO name.
Yeah, because LWO is not meant to be a babyface faction, and I've been saying this for a while. They're meant to be a heel faction. And on top of that, like I feel bad for the LWO members because they're just getting like they're not winning matches as you would want them to. We only have 4 minus Rey because he's injured now. We only have 3 members there. Are they gonna try and push them, or are they just trying to get them buried? New Day's just gonna bury them completely, or is this a way for like the New Day to be like, I want to push this team. I know you guys were in the back for a while. I know you guys haven't been on TV, but we want to make sure that we showcase on what you do. Mind you, that team itself, I couldn't even remember the names. I'm so sorry, but Del Toro and Joaquin. Okay. Amazing on NXT. But what happens when a certain regime gets their hands on things that are in NXT, he doesn't want to do anything with them because it's not his creation. It's not his. It's not his product or so. So, I think
it's not my idea.
It's not my idea. It's not good, It's not goodish. But
it doesn't fit the criteria.
But I think now like we're gonna see the storyline with New Day and LWO, so we're gonna see how that goes. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But another thing I want to mention is that Kathy Kelly, every single commercial break that we come from, she's in the back doing work.
That work.
She was putting in work with them glasses on. With them glasses on. I was like, okay, Kathy. Yo, imagine she see this and she's like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, she's gonna be like, I'm just doing my job.
Yeah, like I'm just working. Like, leave me alone. Okay, Kathy. But you're doing your thing. Keep doing your thing.
We want to see you in the ring.
Oh, imagine Kathy Kelly in the ring.
Call out Samantha.
Oh, now you can't be storing pot like that. No.
Call out the bomb.
Oh gosh. Now we're gonna go on to the next final topic that we're gonna be talking about today. It's the main event, which is a really cool main event. We got Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. Yeah. So we're just gonna ask.
Freaky versus the Demon.
Oh, okay. Oh wait. Now that we're on the topic of Seth Rollins, can we talk about the shirt that he had on earlier? That looked like a top of a pie.
I can't stand the shirts that he comes out.
Bro, like I think he does it on purpose. I think because he knows it's like
Becky dresses him before he leaves the house.
I think he does it on purpose.
He just goes in her closet and says, "I'm gonna wear this."
But what wrestler has done this in the past? Minus like Jeff Hardy and I can, maybe other people that I can think of. But like, who does it in such a cool way though with his outfits?
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair had the robe, which was cool,
bedazzled
and everything.
Any color,
which is good. But with Seth, it's like
he's going to a fashion show.
My man is the fashion show.
He swears to God he's going to the gala every week.
He is the gala.
He's the freaking gala.
He's the freaking gala. But seeing Seth in that shirt, the first thing I thought, I was like, is that the top of a pie? You know, you just, you know, you gotta like cut it up and you gotta put it over. It's like, oh. And then mind you, the internet was very quick with it. Like, no, absolutely. That's a pie. But let's talk about the match with Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. We both know that is a rivalry that's also been building up for years.
Oh yeah.
We can go back from the SummerSlam of 2016.
I believe 8 matches that Finn Balor has gotten his ass whooped.
Mm-hmm.
Although, yeah, Finn Balor does his thing, always ends out losing.
Yeah.
He's on this
He's on a losing streak.
Bad losing streak.
I thought he was going to win it.
I think he needs to step away from the Judgment Day.
I think the Judgment Day is going to kick him out because of that.
Yeah.
We said it before in the last episode.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
Yep. I think they're going to kick him out. Because he's already acting like as if like he has this leader mentality. And mind you, Judgment Day does not.
There's no leader.
There's no leader. But Finn has this idea. It's like, you need to win your match. You need to do this. You need to do that. And it's like, I think Liv's seeing it. Obviously, Raquel's been seeing it. Carlito's just in the back playing 2K. So he's in his own world.
Either playing 2K or eating his apple.
And he was asking, like, let me get your credit card real quick so I can get a DLC. I don't know if you caught that, but I saw it. I was like, did he really just ask that? Like, let me get your credit card so I can get the DLC?
Yo, that is hilarious. I didn't catch that.
I did. I saw it. I was like, did he really? No. But I think he's going to get kicked out, which is good because I think he did his part with the Judgment Day. Because, mind you, I think it was also to help Dominic to get over.
Mm-hmm.
And Dominic right now is a top heel, and I think he can handle it on his own. But also Dominic is talking about getting a new member, which, who could be that new member?
Who can that new member be?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. But I think that was my take on Finn Balor. But yes, Finn has been on a losing streak. He lost. He's not going to the Chamber. He'll probably have something on WrestleMania. Maybe him getting kicked out of the Judgment Day. He's gonna have a match with
Talking
Dominic.
about kicked out. I peeped that. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, everyone did. We saw that too.
2 3/4.
Oh yeah, that was
2 9/8.
That was wild. That was wild.
For those that know math, you know exactly what I meant by that.
Steiner math. Steiner math. Yeah, no, I think he messed up on that. But the ref was getting the heat for it. But it was good though because Seth probably noticed it, and then obviously the crowd is like, ref, you suck. So obviously Seth was like, you know what? It is on you. and I think he gave him I think it was this.
Yeah, he gave him the DX.
Yeah, the DX. So I think that was cool that the way they flipped it. But
and we got 2 words for you.
But I what was really a really cool thing that popped up during the match. I saw it happen, but I didn't know why it was happening. I don't know if you saw it during the match where people were putting up their flashlights, and you see that the room was like, they had the lights on.
Yeah.
The first thing I thought when I saw those lights on, I was thinking, why are the fireflies here? And I was thinking Bray Wyatt. So we looked it up, and I think there was a post saying how today is the day that it was Bray Wyatt's last appearance on TV.
When Undertaker, right? Was that his last? I think that was his last appearance. When Undertaker spoke to him.
Spoke to him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up because that probably was it.
I believe that was.
That was it, but that was
because I was freaking out because that's when I was really getting back into it and I was like, that's crazy because I do like Bray Wyatt, and now that Undertaker was passing the torch on to him, he's gone.
Yeah.
So like I was like, shit. I don't know, man. I don't understand it, how these things just happen sometimes, and some of these wrestlers, like they get their great moments and then
it's just taken away. And I've always said it, like Bray, no matter what he did, it was always interesting to me because even in NXT with when he was starting out, then the Wyatt family, it's like that was when I was getting back into wrestling, and I was just watching it and I'm just like, oh, who is this guy? This guy's amazing. Okay, then things happened. He was on TV anymore. He got let go. Came back. We had the Fiend was there. Then things happened. He left and then he came back and then we started to do this whole Uncle Howdy storyline. I was like, oh, this is great. I'm excited for this. And then he passed, and I'm like, oh man, like that. It impacted a lot more with me because it was years of watching him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was years of watching him. But I think it was cool that I got to see the lights in the arena. And I think the people in the back saw that too, because there was a moment where they actually did like a wide shot of the crowd in the front here, and they did the they saw the people in the lights, and then what's crazy is that during that moment, as the lights were going on, people were singing Seth Rollins' theme song. So obviously, when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's cool. But I was wondering what Seth was thinking at that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, what, the Fireflies, and then people were singing my song. It's like, obviously, he also had a close relationship too with him, so it probably meant a lot to him as well.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But on that note, we're gonna wrap it up.
We are.
All right.
We definitely rambled a lot today.
Yes. Ring Post Ramble.
You did.
My name is Justin.
My name is Danny.
And we are Ring Post.
Yes. Lock in.
Definitely.
Yeah. Lock in.